Good morning, dear student. I think yesterday we have already completed our okay. Thank you. Uh, I think yesterday also we have seen entire section 12, 12.1 to uh, 12.1 to 12.6. Okay, and we did the questions based on 12.1 to 12.6. We solved, based on each and every questions, certain practical problems. And since yesterday, when it comes to combined question, which is asked by ICI in a tabular form, okay, that also we started. And by and large, what we found, the moral of the story is earliest of the following. Okay, whatever the earliest, we consider that as time of supply, and accordingly we have solved those illustrations. So now today also we'll continue further. I think you have seen how the forward charges is to be computed, and here I have explained you continuous supply also, right? Date of each statement or date of each payment. So that was the part of forward charges. Reverse charges also we have seen. Vouchers also we have seen. Residual method also we have seen. Addition to the value of supply also we have seen. So almost all type of questions separately we have seen. And since yesterday even we started solving the questions, which is combination of all, which basically is asked in CA exam. So now let us continue with that same aspect and questions based on that. And what we found, except few exceptions, like if there is a advance amount less than 1,000, whereby supplier is always interested to postpone the due date, and he will always consider subsequent date or later period, or date of voucher depends whether it is identifiable or not. If it is identifiable, date on the issue of voucher. If not, date on the redemption of voucher. Then residual method also we have seen, date of the filing of return. If it is not given, then date on which the tax has been paid. And if it is an interest and penalty, then the date when which they have received such kind of intimation. So if you have learned this 12.1 to 12.6, it will be easier for you to understand 13.1 to 13.6. It will be as it is with the same nomenclature. But here it is related to goods, there it will be related to services. There it will be related to services. That is only the difference, nothing else. So let us solve few more questions. I think this is done yesterday. Am I right? Okay, thank you, Prachi. Even question number 10 also we did, if I am not wrong. This also we did. Okay. Now tell me, get me the answers of these questions, please. So 12.2 is very integral and important, on which we will be having maximum questions. So date of invoice is given 10th October. Invoice date, due date is given 20th October. So invoice has been raised before the due date. Payment entry in the supplier's book, credited in books of account. What will be your time of supply? Get me your answers, please. 16th October or November? First two is in October, third one is in November. Please check. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, let me see. Please keep these questions. These questions are not from any of the textbook, huh? These are from different resources. Huh? So this question was talking about this aspect, whether invoice issued, date of payment, credited in books, recorded in books, etc., etc. Yes, yes. I hope this table is there with you all. Next. Absolutely right. So I hope now these things must be giving you the confidence that yes or no, as far as time of supply is very clear to all of us, from 12.1 to 12.6. But please keep all these questions and their solutions with you all. These are different types of questions. Earlier we had a different type of questions. Any kind of questions are expected in your exam. Once it is finished, just let me know, then we'll proceed further. Okay. Others, few more, just let me know, then we'll proceed further. Thank you. Yes, take this small question. Can I have an answer for these two? Yes. Absolutely right answer. So all these practices must be giving you lot of confidence. Thank you very much. And kindly take down all these questions in your assignment book, in your notebook for your reference in future. Chalo. Now let us go for continuous supply. Just give me one moment. So this all we have seen earlier as a descriptive. Now it is as per tabular. So earlier also we did question on section 2, 12 subsection 2, section 12 subsection 3. Now again we are having this practice. Completed. Can I have your answers please? Thank you. Let me see the answers. Why you are getting wrong answers? The reason is you have missed out this point of continuous supply which has been explained to you. And I have asked you to write separately. I told you this is a part of 12 here. Date of each statement and date of each payment, whichever is earlier. Yes, go and check, Minal. See, here you must have written. Okay, if there is a continuous supply, date of each statement and date of each payment, whichever is earlier. So we did this descriptive also earlier based on section 12.2, section 12.3, reverse charges, continuous supply, etc., etc. Now we are doing in tabular form. So be very careful. So the right answer is 1st November, 5th December, and 1st Jan. So if there is a continuous supply, I will take only the statement date, I will take only the payment date. Statement म्हणजे invoice date. Payment म्हणजे payment date. Whichever is earlier. I will ignore other aspect. As mentioned in section 12. That is why specifically I have given you separately. Things are clear now? Things are clear now? Okay. Each statement or each payment, whichever is earlier. Yes. Take down your answers or rectify. Next to this column, just, I mean, in your notebook only you write the right answer. And write a note for future reference. Write a note. So if there is a continuous supply, what we will take? Each statement or each payment, whichever is earlier. Okay. Can we proceed further? So earlier you have seen those descriptive question. Now there is a tabular question. Concept will remain same. We are going to follow same table which we have discussed. Can we proceed further? Next question. Why these different dates are there? Because it shows that there is a continuous supply of goods. 25th also, 15th also, 8th also, 30th. That shows that there is a regular supply of goods. Okay. So they may not give this word. From this only you have to identify. Okay, this is the question of continuous supply. Is this clear? Okay. Reverse charges. So then we have finished. Then we will have time of supply for services that we will see. So reverse charges, you know this part. Okay. Yes, I got two answer. Let me see others. Others also kindly get me the answer. Look, let us see whether your answers are right or not. Absolutely. Why the last answer is getting wrong? See, reverse charges में what is to be considered? Date of receipt, date of payment, again book or bank, or 30 days, 31st day, whichever is earlier. So this invoice and all has no meaning because they are unregistered dealer. In this you have to add 30 days, म्हणजे 31st day. So it will go to 1st December. Receipt and payment, whichever is earlier. Again 1st December, receipt or payment, whichever is earlier. Okay. Again 31st October, that means 30th November, 30 days. 30 November, 5th Jan, payment has not been received. So we expect in Fab, whichever is earlier. Okay. 30 days to be added, 31st day to be considered. With this, we have completed all different type of questions based on uh, time of supply for goods. Section 12.1 to 12.6, everything has been discussed. Now please practice. Next week onwards, we will start time of supply for services. That is there under section 13 of CGST Act 2017. So again, it will be a repetition but related to service. Thank you. Take care, be at home and be safe.